Alright guys, this is Jacob from Wager Me This, and I got a challenge for you craps people out there. Alright, challenge is, I'm calling it 5 tens, alright? So it's the anything but 10. I want you to get 1,500 and 300s. This is your lay bets, and then 135 for your place, and then your do we don't. Okay, so it's 1,665 total. All right, we're not going to worry about the come out 12. If you do roll it, you're not going to roll it 25 times on the come out. It's just not going to happen. So we're not going to worry about that. All right, so sorry, I didn't zoom out. All right, so there's the layout, guys. $1,665. And that's the initial layout. And you're going to run until you throw 5 tenths. So you throw 5 tenths. I want you to keep track of what you roll, however you want to do that, whether you want to do it with chips or on paper or whatever. And I'm willing to bet that you'll roll way more 7s than you ever roll 10s. No matter if you want to roll it random, no matter if you want to roll it controlled, if you want to set the dice to roll 10s, I still think you'll roll more 7s. And this is the argument I have here, is that the reason you should be playing this over any strategy trying to defeat the 7 is because this is better. All right? It makes more sense. So that's my challenge. Whoever wants to play in the challenge, like I said, I don't care how you do it. I don't care. Just go till you roll 5 tenths. All right? $35 winner. I'm going to keep up with the profit and everything. You don't even have to do that. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 5. 6, 1, 7. I'll put my 7s over here. Five, 3, 8. 5, 3, 8. New point. Remember, I'm always working, guys, in this. I'm always going to be working. That's my youngest son trying to tell me what he's doing. And there's a 3, 1, 4. I'm going to drop this $1 for 50. Mark it. And the reason I'm bringing out this challenge, guys, this is the challenge to all the craps people out there, because I think that fighting the 7 is absolutely the incorrect play in craps. I believe that. There's a 5, 4, 9. It actually makes no sense to fight the 7, because fighting the 7, you're fighting the hardest number on the board. The hardest number to fight. 6, 1, 7. So you're fighting by far, and it's not even close. The 5, the 6, and the 8 have one less combination, but the 7, like if you're fighting 7 compared to the 10, it's a 2-to-1 advantage. That if you'll fight the 10, you're getting that much better. 2-to-1. All right, there's a 5, 4, 9. And people are going to say, well, it's an exposure thing. No, it's not, because when people fight the 7, usually they play across the place bets. There's a 5, 4, 9, or they play come bets plus odds, or stuff like that, which is still the same exposure by the time you get a couple of them out there. This is only $300 in exposure. 516. I don't know what the point is. The point doesn't matter. The point doesn't matter at all in this strategy. So the other argument I get all the time is, well, if you roll a 7, you're going to be 7 out, so you're going to have to, you know, what do you do on random rollers? You don't do anything. You wait. 3, 2, 5. You wait till you're shot. I mean, you can play this on random, guys, but I don't suggest it. I suggest you do just like you've done with the 7. And you sit there and you practice and you practice and you train yourself to not roll that 7, right? Well, what's the difference with the 10? You want to know what the difference with the 10 is? The difference with the 10 is that it's a better play with the 10. 5, 2, 7. It's a much better play to fight the 7. But because there's a couple things that go wrong here, it's new. So that's one thing. I say not the strategy necessarily, but you don't hear anyone out there telling you to practice shooting against the 10. Everyone wants to tell you to practice shooting against the 7. There's a 6-5 yo. I don't like how my camera's sitting there. Alright, there we go. So that's what everyone always wants to talk about. You've got to control the 7, control the 7. And that's wrong. It's the wrong thing. Alright? Control is the easier number. Alright, there's our first 10. Alright, so it's our 10, number 1. Alright, so that was, let's see, we'll do it in black. Alright, so that was 1, 2, we won't count the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 rolls before a 10. There was 3 7s before 1 10. So 13 rolls before the 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put $13 in chips up here. Alright, so that's our first 10 is 13. Alright, so we lose this. So replace it. Start over. One, 2, 3. Let's rack all this up. That way it's not in the way. Okay, 6, 4. 6, 2, 8. $35. So again, guys, the key to this challenge and what I'm trying to show, what I'm trying to prove, is that it doesn't, if you're going to put the time and effort in to beating the 7, it makes far more sense to put the time and effort into beating the 10, because it's less ways to roll it. So you have to be, you should be able to beat it twice as easy. There's a 6-5 yo. Twice as easy. Because there's half the ways to roll it. 3, 2, 5. And you can scale the strategy betting, the betting of the strategy, you can scale it to whatever level you need. Alright? The strategy is simple. The percentages are done with the betting. The control is done with yourself. There's a 617. That's you trying to figure the control out. All right? Just like with the 7. When you're playing with the 7, you can knock it down a long ways. You can knock it down to the 6 ways to roll it, or you can even knock it down to just 2 ways to roll it. But you have to put so much out there against the 7 to do that. 628. This is far simpler. This is far more effective. This is very easily, you can maneuver in and out of it. You can make the 7 more valuable or less valuable. 426. I mean, just everything about this, trying to defeat the 10 is better than trying to defeat the 7. That was a 426. Just everything about it is better. I'll say, okay, minus one thing. The one thing that's not better is that if you do roll a 7 in this, you lose the dice until your next turn. 516. But that's looking at it from a 7 perspective. If we're just looking at it like our number of rolls are based upon how many shots we do. So there's a 527. So what I mean by that is how many times we wait for the dice. How many times are we going to wait for the dice? So that's what this is based on, as opposed to I need to get 3 hits before a 7 or 5 hits before a 7 or anything like that. This is far more. There's a 448. This is far more consistent. You're going to be able to miss this 10 at such a higher rate than the 7. One, two, three. So that's my challenge for everybody. 5 different shots before the 10, not before the 7. So how many times can you roll before the 10 with five chances at it? You'd be doing that for a long time, right? There's days you might do it all day and never get to the 2nd level because you're making your points. I mean, you're rolling and making a couple shots, then rolling a 7. So then you're waiting, and you could just always be in profit. There's a 516. Mark that. So you could do this and never even get to that 2nd level. Okay, buddy. Are you telling me about it? And there's the hard 8. Hard 8. So again, guys, I'm keeping track of the profit just to show you guys that even at the end of all this, after we do finally roll 5 10s, whenever that does come, we'll have made so much profit. 549, 549. We'll have made so many profit hits that we'll be ahead. So it's not like when you're fighting the 7, when it's always on edge with the 7. You know, if you make one little mistake, bam, there's a 7. Not with this. You have to make a pretty big mistake. 639, 639. You have to make a pretty significant mistake. 35 bucks. I mean, look at how many wins there is in this shot. It's just piling up there. Just piling up. Right, there's a 437. Hold on, I gotta adjust something, guys. Alright, guys, sorry, I had to pause it for a second. I had to take care of my son and got that taken care of now. All right, so we're back. My last roll was a 4-3-7. I believe I marked it. I believe I paid it. I believe all that was together. 6-4. All right, so here we go. We're still shooting on this shooter. Quit! Get out of here. Go, 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 go. Go out there and clean up. My kid's got friend coming over and he don't want to clean up or nothing. He wants us to do it. 6-5 yo. 6-5 yo. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so we're still shooting. Still all the same thing. This is a 5-10s challenge. All right. Show me how many rolls you can go before you roll 5-10s. There's a 4-1-5. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you set your dice and shoot for the 10. I still think that the 7s will severely outpace the 10. And that's what I'm trying to show here more than anything, is that the 7s will outweigh the 10s so heavily, at least 2-1, that it doesn't make any sense. There's a 4-1-5. It doesn't make any sense to be playing against the 7 when you can just play against the 4 or the 10. And that's what I want to show, and I think this challenge will prove that. 5-4-9. And you can just random throw it. Now, on the random throw, of course, you could have a situation where somehow you manage to roll 4 10s before a 7 or something like that. But it's not going to happen very often. The huge majority, and that's if you throw it random. If you were actually trying to control that number, it's going to be way, way lower than that. And I show this on a daily basis. I prove this. There's a 6-3-9. I prove it over and over and over that if you'll control the 10 or the 4 as opposed to the 7, you're going to do so much better. And the 4-1-5. And I'm keeping track of the money part of it just because I want to show that also, just how lucrative this is. All right, we're going to have to stack up chips here. We're running out of room, so we're just going to put them over here. If I run out of white chips as markers, I'll start using blue chips. All right, here we go. All right, 6-4, 6-4. We're looking for some more hits. Here we go. Hard 4, 2-2, hard 4. So again, I'm going to go 5 shooters, or five rounds of not rolling the 10. I'm going to drop $1 for Vig. 5 rounds. See how many times I can shoot before I roll the 10. 5 times. I'm going to give you guys a spoiler alert, and I obviously have not finished this video yet, so I don't know how many it's actually going to be, but it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a whole bunch of rolls, and there's not going to be very many 10s. All right, that's what it's going to be, a whole bunch. All right, it's already been a whole bunch. All right, here we go. And there's the 4-2-6, 4-2-6. So one of the huge advantages of playing this way as opposed to against the 7 is that you have a 92% chance that your roll will succeed in getting you to another roll. You have a 8% chance that your roll will fail. All right, that's built into just the strategy itself. There's a 6-5 yo. That's just the strategy. So if you'll take and practice defeating the 10, then your probability, your percentage chance of not rolling a 10 will increase. There's a 3-1-4. So maybe you'll go from 8% down to 5%. All right? That's a huge increase from an already huge number. So maybe you can get to 95 and 5. So now think about that in another term, right? There's a 2-1-3. If I told you, hey man, I got this investment, 95% chance you'll get your return within an hour. 95% chance. How many of y'all are going to jump all over that investment? A lot of people. Most everyone. 95% chance you'll get your return within an hour. All right? I don't even know if you have a 95% chance on a return in the stock market. Even if you bet on a stock like Yahoo or Amazon or any of them. Even if you did one of them, there's a 6-5 yo. You may not. And then you're also going to have to wait on your return for at least a year, maybe longer, maybe 30 years. And there's the 5-3-8. So I can offer, by this strategy, I can do the exact same thing, but I can do it in an hour. You understand what I'm saying? So essentially, on that same percent return, ace. So this is turning into quite the run of no 10s. So basically what I can do is I can start investing in myself at the craps table, I hope. 6-2-8. And just keep beating this average. Just keep beating this 8%. Is all I'm trying to beat is 8%. I'm not trying to beat 16% or 95 to 98, whatever. I'm not trying to beat none of them. There's a 3-1-4. All I'm trying to beat is 8%. 8% of the rolls. That's it. That's why this is the most effective strategy I've ever seen. All right, 6-5. It's the most effective. It may not pay the most per session that go right, because you're not necessarily going to stick around for 10 hours. But from a consistency standpoint, from a standpoint that you're going to win at the casino with real money with this strategy far more often than others. 1, 2, 3. And you're not going to have to have some enormous bankroll, something where you have to be able to survive 20 shooters or any of that. You're not going to have to do that. Hard 6. You're going to have enough for a couple lays on the 10 and then some money to put across the numbers. That's what you're going to have. All right? You don't even have to have, you could do it with 1 if you're that confident in missing that 10. All right, there's a 7, 4, 3, 7. Mark that. It's a 7 to the winner. So again, guys, that's the simplicity of it, and that's why it's so effective. So in this challenge, I mean, this might be, I don't have any idea how long this video is going to go. It could go a very long time. All right, there's another 4, 3, 7. And because I'm waiting until I hit 5 10s, this could take forever. All right, so I need to trade in. I need some red chips. All right. how many this is. It's not quite 100. All right, let's get $100 in there. All right. Swap that out for black chip here. All right, this is all this one run before a 10, guys. That's all profit from that. This over here is the profit from the first one. All right, here we go. And there's another 7. Again, 7 doesn't make any difference. You can roll all 7s you want. The only thing the 7 does to you is it makes you stay longer. That's it. The 7 makes you have to play some more shots. And we have a 2-1-3. Had a lot of 3s and 11s in this shot. And we got another 7, 5-2, 5-2-7. Mark it. So now the 7 has outpaced the 10. There's already been 6 7s. So it's already so far outpaced the 10. And this is what I'm saying, guys. This is what I'm trying to show with this. There's the ace, is that the reasoning behind wanting to play against a different number than the 7 is that the 7 is too difficult to avoid. There's so few people that can do it effectively. They can avoid the 7 on a consistent basis. There's a 4-2-6 right there. Avoid the 7 on a consistent enough basis to be highly profitable at the casino. There's just so few people that can do it. I think that there's unlimited people that can do what I'm doing, avoiding the 10. It's not difficult. It's not a ton of, there's a 6-3-9. I've only been practicing this about 1 month now. And I'm easily 10 times better than when I started. Easily. All right, here we go. There's our hard 10 finally. All right. So, there's a lot of rolls. Let's count them up. All right, so we're going to lose here. We had 12, 14, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 42, 49 rolls before another 10. 50 rolls if you count the 10 roll. All right, so we're going to go 49. All right, I'm going to have to trade in a bunch of this real quick. Sorry, guys.
Hey, Dad.
What's up, Justice?
I cleaned up.
I heard you.
Did you hear the vacuum?
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright.
So let's see what we made in profit, guys. Remember, we lose 300, and we did lose 300. Swap that in for $10. All right, so remember, I put $100 in here already. So it's the other 100 we just got. 50, 75, cool. Okay. There's 500. Three more 100. All right, so we made 1, 2, 3. So there's our 300. 700 and something bucks on that shot. Okay. Next round, I know I didn't count them ones up, but I'll do it. Dang it. So we have 3 rounds left, right? I'm gonna put them up there. All right, let's get some new dice. Sorry guys, it took so long. 6, 4, 6, 4. All right, here we go. Five, 2, 7. 5, 2, 7, which is fine. $7 winner. I'm gonna split these up this time each time. Five, 2, 7 again. Four, 1, 5. 4, 1, 5. Five, 4, 9. 5, 4, 9. And I'm not doing any progression here, guys. If I was doing any kind of progression, I'd be way, way ahead. Oh, we got an early one. All right. That's awesome. A little, oops. That was a bad shot, too. All right. Obviously, I mean, I rolled a 10, but besides that. So that's four shots before the 10. All right, so we're just gonna put these 4 over here. Rack all this up. I'm actually gonna clean that up really quick too. That way. That way we're where we need to be and I can quit fussing with it. All right, there's 100. Three more 100. Okay. Two rounds left. Here we go. 6, 5, yo.
6, 5, you? I got the same thing, Dad.
You did?
Yeah.
He's got like 8 dice in there. It's like, I got a 6, 5 in here somewhere.
See?
All right, drop $1 for 50. Hard 4. Cool.
See? The 6, 4. And I got a 6 and an ace. Ace.
All right, here we go.
6,
4, 3, 7.
6, ace, ace. Oh no, that was actually a 6, 6, 12. Sure. Damn.
Here we go. 6, 3, 9. And so even with that really short roll, guys, we're still so far ahead of the average. So ridiculously ahead of the average that I think we could actually miss. There's a 628. We could literally miss on the next 3 rolls on a 10 and still be ahead. That's how much easier this is. $6-5, yo. That's how much easier it is to miss the 10 than it is to miss the 7. Ace, ace. And so that's my big argument for this, guys, is that it's not that it's any more profitable two, 1, 3 per roll necessarily. Because of course, if you have a 50 roller before you roll a 7, you're going to profit more on that roll than you are 50 rolls before the 10. 5, 1, 6. Of course that's the truth, because you're probably going to press on that 50 roller. There's a whole bunch of other stuff involved in that. But from a consistency standpoint, from the standpoint that every day, no, I need that. Every day, day in, day out, you're going to have more success defeating the 10 than you will the 7. There should be no doubt about that. Right? There's a 617. There should be no doubt that day in, day out, you're going to have far more success defeating the 10 than the 7. And there's a 12. 6, 6, 12. And that's what this challenge is about. This challenge, the 5-10s challenge, is about me letting you guys prove to yourself, because I know already there's a 5-2-7 that this is the more consistent, the easier way to play. This is easier than trying to defeat the 7. It's just that much easier. It's like a no-brainer for me. 6, 3, 9. It's a no-brainer. It's like, why didn't I think of this 10 years ago? 20 years ago. Where was I at then? How come I didn't realize this? Here we go.
Dad rolled 5, 4, 9.
And the 4, 3, 7. Good job, buddy.
I'm playing the anything but 10.
Justice says he's playing the anything but 10.
I am.
All right, so again, guys, we're just rolling,
3, 3, 6.
making winners, dodging the 10, 5, 2, 7. So we're all over the 7, which is totally okay in this.
7 and I'm all over the 7.
Totally okay in this strategy.
6, 2.
Which means, again, that you're taking away the weapon at the craps table that the casino relies upon. All right, let's drop $1 for 50. That's a hard 4. The casino relies upon light side players playing against the 7. Because I'll be honest, if every player came in and played dark side, the casino would adjust things. If every single player played dark side, 5, 2, 7. Because if everyone at the table was doing that, the casino would see it. They would see it in their profits. Because overall, the dark side is more consistent than the light side. But people like them positive odds. So this gives you that. This gives you what you like, 5, 4, 9. Plus, it allows you to get away from the 7. And then on top of that, oops, it's 35. And on top of that, it makes the 7 a winner. So it's not only is it letting you get away from the 7, it turns it in your favor. So then all your nemesis, there's a 314, is, let's drop $1 for 50. Your nemesis is then the 10 or the 4. You could use the 4. The 10, which is a smaller nemesis. It's a much weaker opponent. 325. So again, guys, I just want you guys to try this challenge, this 5 10s challenge. You don't have to keep track of the money. It doesn't matter. It's pretty easy to calculate. You know, if you have 25 hit rolls, it's pretty simple to multiply that by whatever level you're playing at. There's a 415. Here we go. Aces, 1-1. 1-1-2. So this is turning into quite the roll again.
Dad,
It again just crushing the averages.
Dad, this is your dice box.
Thank you, buddy.
It was gonna be my crayon box, but I already
Ace again.
So you can have this as your dice box.
Thank you, man.
I was gonna use it as my crayon box, but you can have it. I already have one.
We're just killing the averages, both the beating the 10, and then the 7 is destroying the 10 also. There's a 617, just proving my point that it's much harder to miss the 7. Now, am I directly trying to miss the 7? No, I'm not. But I would not be doing nearly as well in comparison to when I'm missing the 10. And there's a 10 finally. All right. All right. Lose another one here. We'll be down to our last one. So let's count how many rolls that was. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 19, 20, 24 rolls, 25 if you count the 10, 24 total. Let's put $24 out there. All right, rack all this up. Okay, so that's a $20 winner right there. There's 100. Three more 100. Okay, so this is our last round.
No, I mean, Dad.
Yes, you can have it. This is our last round here.
Me and my mom are going to go to the paint guns.
Well, you gotta tell her.
Yeah. I'll press her. If me.
All right, so here we go. Four, 3, 7. This is our last round of the 5 shots here, or the 5 10s. Again, I could roll a 10 right here, and I know I've already proven what I need to prove, what I'm trying to prove. 6, 2, 8, because I'm so far ahead, so far ahead of both the averages. All right, here we go. That's a 1, 2, 3. Sorry, my youngest son got in here. I need to finish this video. He can be very distracting. All right, here we go. And there's the 426. And again, guys, I am using the knuckle throw, so if you know what I'm talking about, it's where I try to make the dice not do a lot of tumbling and try to stay kind of flat. I don't know how well I've done today on it, on the throw itself, but either way, even if you throw the throw terribly, you still have a 92% chance of it working. So again, there's a 2-1-3. You're so far ahead of the game starting with this. Starting with the idea that you're trying to miss the 10. So you're so far ahead already. Damn, there's a lot of... Another 2-1-3. We're just all over that 3, aren't we? All right, here we go. 6-1-7. Yes. No, I'm just making a video. I'm almost done. When I roll another 10, I'll be done.
That could be in 2 hours.
It could be. Heart 8. All right. Here we go. So again, we're just trying to defeat the 10. How many times can we do this? A lot. We lose a lot of times. As I've shown here, as I've shown on multiple other videos, live videos, I have lots of emails and stuff from guys that are using this at the casinos. And there's one guy, he just keeps winning. Every day he's making his 20%. There's a 2. He just keeps making his 20%. You know, he's probably doubled his bankroll. Oh, we got an early one. All right, 6-4. That's good because the wife was already getting on me a little bit. All right, so let's get that down. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 with that. That's not a good roll. That's a bad roll. All right, so let's rack up our chips. Let's see where we ended up for the chip count. Okay, so it's definitely 100 right there. $200 more. So we know that's 2,000. 21, 2150. 2175, 80, 90, 2195. 2,195 off of like 1,635, I guess. No, 1,665. All right. So we're up 500 bucks, whatever it is, 500 bucks or so. All right. So let's see how many total throws. Okay. So we only threw 5 10s total. 5 10s. So how many total throws did we have? Okay, so we had 75, 85. So out of 100 throws, so we're on average about 1 out of every 20 throws. All right, 1 out of every 20 throws. Easily defeated. I don't have any idea how many 7s we had. We had 37s probably. Easily defeated that. So that's what I'm getting at, guys. So this is any our 5 10s challenge. I threw 100 throws. And only 5 10s. All right, I've done much better than that before. Much better than that. But that's about my average. My average hangs right around that 20 mark. So it's completely profitable. If you throw 20 throws before a 10, you're going to win. You're going to win. I mean, as long as you just leave the money out there, you're going to win. So, again, it showed the profit. I threw 100 throws with only 5 10s. Pretty easily. There was no there was really no risk involved in it, guys. I mean, I never really had a point where I was like, oh, this ain't gonna work, you know? If it goes bad here, if it goes bad there. It was never like that. You know, my second throw was so long, put me so far ahead, that the next ones were just profit throws, right? And so that's kind of where I want to show this to you guys, is that if you give yourself, like when you do with your light side strategies, when you're trying to defeat the 7, if you give yourself 5 shooters or 10 shooters, right, with the lay bet. The lay bet's the only thing that's ever at risk, right? And then you go play it, it's going to be far more consistent than fighting the 7. It's going to be so much more consistent. Just by probability alone, it has to be twice as consistent, just by the probability alone. Right? So that's with no control of the dice. So anyway.